the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, last week, after Jacob Denny was able to stand on top of the podium at Lima Land Motorsports Park, we're back for round number 4 of the Hoosier Open Wheel Series, brought to you by Elite Performance Industries. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from wonderful New Richmond, Wisconsin, here at Cedar Lake Speedway, for what can only be described as 30 laps of intense racing action. My name is Zach Krieger, and I'll be taking you through all of your action tonight, thankfully. Good to be back here. And we are going to move right on into qualifying. As we got it going, we are going to start up with our qualifying session. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight here live on the Dirt Racing Network. We've got 410 action, 15 410 sprint cars out on track for you tonight. And we'll take an eye here at James Tiernan right now, or actually we'll take a look at our second place driver in the point standings, Rylan Gray in the 81 machine. Gray ripping that top side. He'll go first quick at a 12.95. Right now Gray, after 3 or 2 other times, Gray posting the fastest lap. Second lap time, no improvement. Goes a little bit slower for Rylan Gray. Make his way off the track. We'll take a look here at Miles Jansen in the 35 machine. Jansen right now sits 4th place. See what he can get over the line this time by. Does not improve. We'll go down and look at Darren Anderson. Anderson making his way down the back straightaway. This will be his first time lap. We'll see what the 95 NOS machine has over the line the first time by. Less quick at a 13.20 for Anderson. Let's see if he has any improvement on his second lap. A little bit of an improvement, big improvement, 19 hundredths will put him up into 4th with a 13.01. And Caden Kvapel goes a little bit quicker as well. He goes up to a 12.95, so ties Rylan Gray, but Rylan Gray gets it due to the fact that he was first on track. 2 drivers yet to put in times, it looks like. Chase Hodge and Craig Sherman. One of 2 Aussies in the field, Craig Sherman. Chase Hodge, he's making his way onto track right now in the 55 machine. Chase Hodge in the 55 machine right now, ripping his first time lap. He's going to look up high in 3 and 4. Rip that cushion. Hodge's first time. A 13.32. That'll be last for Chase right now. We'll see what he can get on the second time lap. Looks to be just a little bit quicker. Let's see what his Time is up one spot at 13.18, so beats out Wade Fields. And Craig Sherman, the only car to not make a time, as a checkered flag will fly here on our qualifying session. Actually, it will not. So, before we go into any racing action, we're going to quickly throw it down to our national anthem and invocation. We'll be back here with heat races in just a short second.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Shout out to the Foley brothers there for their wonderful national anthem and invocation. We are getting ready now to jump on board for our first heat races of the night, and they're going to look like this. Starting on the pole out of Pennsylvania in the 52 machine, your championship leader. Gotten a few wins this season so far. In the 52 machine, that is Ethan Uwe. And his outside in the 7 Idrium Sim Sport number 7 car, the Aussie. Somebody who has been dominating most recently, that is Craig Silby in the 7 machine starting second. Rylan Gray. Whoa. Oh, sorry, actually, no. Yeah. Isaac Soros. My numbers are getting the best of me. In number 1 machine, out of the Plains region, will start in third with Rylan Gray there. Bringing it around into 4th place in the 81 machine with Chase Hodge. In the 55, rounding out your grid. Looking at about 3 heat races tonight, of maybe about 5-ish cars each, so we will see what we can get. Once again, if you're in the Facebook chat or the YouTube chat by chance, make sure to drop a hello. I already saw a little bit in the Facebook chat. Good to see the participation. Take a look here up at your championship leader, Ethan Uwe. And his championship rival right now, it looks like starting diagonal from him, Rylan Gray, Wade Fields as well. He'll see him a little bit later on in the heat races. He is in the 4th place spot. Or sorry, 3rd place spot in the championship. But we have the first heat race of the night. And it is Ethan Uwe who will lead them to the green. Pace car comes off. Out of turn 4, we're ready to go. Here we go. Green flag is racing. Ooh, a good jump at the end of lap 1, but the battle is for second place. Craig Silby under pressure from Isaac Soros. Ooh, and they get together. Chase Hodge as well going to get involved in that. We're going to keep it green. Get our graphic here back updated. There we go. Ethan Wee still your leader. You got about a second and a half lead now almost, and it closes big time. Rylan Gray looks to be just a little bit up higher than Wee. And into turns 3 and 4, Rylan Gray starting to chase him down. He started to close that gap just a little bit, but he's only got 4 laps to go in order to get it. Chase Hodge again getting involved. Ooh, he's going to find himself going into the pit lane, and we will get our first yellow flag of the night. We'll go back and see what happened to Mr. Hodge here on our early performance replay. Here's the 55 machine coming out of turn 4, going into turns 1 and 2. Gets up high. Ooh, just comes to a stall. He's going to get into the wall and goes up and pulls it into the pits. Caution comes out for our first caution of the night. Lights are off on the Irish Space Truck. Ethan Newey, Rylan Gray, Craig Silby, and Isaac Soros. 4 cars on track right now. We'll get them wound back up for a 3-lap shootout here. And don't look away from that 81 white, blue, and black machine of Rylan Gray as we go back green flag racing. Taking a look back here. 3-car battle. Big wheel stand there from Isaac Soros. He's going to be able to keep it straight and narrow. We're keeping an eye now on the battle for this 3rd place, 2nd place, 4th place spot. I don't know. They're all fighting all on each other. Isaac starts looking up to the high line out of turns 3 and 4. Doesn't look like he has anything quite yet. But another high line move here for Isaac Soros. Let's see what the number 2 machine can get here at the white flag. Ethan Newey in the 52 machine. Going to bring it through turns 3 and 4. Rylan Gray up high. Not going to be able to get to him. Ethan Newey will be our heat race number 1 winner, followed by Rylan Gray, Craig Silby, and Isaac Soros. A little bit of contact there after the line, but no harm, no foul. Ryan Hodge, Chase Hodge will round out that field. We'll look at our grid for our 2nd heat race of the night, starting on the pole. Out of California in the 45 machine, doing a very good job getting himself onto the front. That is Todd Brent. In the 12 spot, Daniel Lindsay out of Indiana will start to his outside. Darren Anderson in the 95 machine. Kachow starts in 3rd, with Caden Voppel in the number 3 machine out of Carolina starting in 4th. Wade Fields in the Indy Race Parts Esports number 71 rounds out our heat race number 2 field. Take a quick look here just at our results from heat race number 1 just to be safe. Ethan Newey brought home the race win with Rylan Gray in 2nd, Craig Silby in 3rd, Isaac Soros in 4th, with Chase Hodge rounding it out in 5th. Heat race number 2 rolling off here. Hope everybody's having a good night. I know I am especially ready to be back here with the Indy Race Parts Hoosier Open Wheel Racing Series. Fortunately, had some work and some school stuff that took over for the last 2 weeks, and want to give a shout out to Roger Wagner and the other guys who were able to cover for me. I know Roger did a fantastic job. Greatly appreciative of them, but at heat race number 2, we're underway, and a good jump for Todd Brandt. But again, the battle is going to be for that second place spot, maybe even the third place spot. Oh, it got close there from those guys. Out of turn 4, we're keeping an eye on the battle for this 4th place spot. Oh, up against the wall goes Kvapel. He's going to get involved in it. That's a big wreck. That's the field. We stay green. Give Caden Kvapel the lead. Slide job from Daniel. That's Caden Kvapel. We got some cars taken to the infield. Wade Fields goes to the infield, and now we cycle it all up. Very, very chaotic opening few laps in heat race number 2, honestly. Surprised no caution came up, but I think everybody had crashed enough that a caution wasn't needed. Todd Brandt, Darren Anderson going at it now, and they're trying to pull Daniel Lindsay here into the mix. Lindsay up high, look it down low. Darren Anderson might try and do something here. 3-car battle for our second place spot. Caden Kvapel does a good job to get out into the front. Quickly apologize to Caden Kvapel because I am definitely contact with Anderson. He'll go for a little bit of a ride, and Brandt and Lindsay are now going to battle. As I was saying, apologies to Caden Kvapel. I'm definitely going to call him Carson Kvapel a lot recently. This Wisconsin Links for Carson, and actually was doing a league a little bit ago with Carson, so kind of indented in my left, but his doppelganger Caden Kvapel will win heat race number 2. Todd Brandt, Daniel Lindsay bring it home in a second and third. Darren Anderson, a little beat up and bruised, will bring it home in our 4th place spot. Wade Fields in the pit lane, he'll make it home in 5th place. And we'll take a look here at heat race number 3, final heat race of the night. Gonna look like this: the 35 machine, the Forged in Dirt iRacing number 35 machine. Miles Jensen Jr. He'll be starting on the pole. To his outside, the number 98 out of Illinois, that's James Tiernan. Another Illinois driver in the 80, Vanny Sanson, starts in 3rd with Trevor Royer in the 90 machine out of the great state of Pennsylvania, starting in 4th. Craig Sherman, the only car to have not put down a qualifying lap in the tank, number 72, gonna start in 5th. Shotgun on the field. We can see what the number 72 machine will do here in heat race number 3. Final heat race of the night for these drivers. See what these boys can get done here in heat race number 3 as the lights go off on the iRace pace truck as they make their way down the front straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. We'll see what they all have for each other. Remember, everybody gonna make the feature, so this is just gonna be the situation of who starts where in the feature. Jensen and Tierney going to bring him out of turn 4. We're green here at Cedar Lake. Three wide. Battle for our race lead as they exit turn 2. Jensen, Simpson, and Tiernan all going 3 wide, 3 abreast, looking for the lead. It's gonna be Jensen on the high line. Sanson with the momentum down low. He's able to wind that puppy up. Not able to get it just quite yet as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. 5 laps to go now. It's a battle between Sanson and Jansen. Vinny Sanson down on the bottom, able to get the momentum. Not able to slide up, though, in front of Miles Jensen quite yet. Jensen going to bring it down low. He's going to ask, how low can you go? From the high line, maybe trying to diamond it off, maybe try to get past Vinny Sanson. Here comes Jensen on the high line. Not going to be able to have it. Sanson still your leader. James Tiernan now trying to get involved, so is Trevor Royer. 4-car battle for our heat race win as they cross the line. 3 laps to go. Up on the high line goes Royer. Royer, the first car to plant it up top. Trying to maybe see if momentum can be his friend. Ooh, it's close there between Jansen and Royer. Royer got to be careful not to get into Miles' rear end. Jansen and Tiernan now battling it out. Tiernan going to get blown away by Trevor Royer. Royer in the third. He may have found something. Down the front straightaway. White flag is up for Vinny Sanson. Trevor Royer up high. Does he have the momentum to get past Miles Jansen out of turn 4? Up on the high line. It's going to be Vinny Sanson bringing home the heat race number 1, but we keep our eyes planted on the battle for a second. Does Royer have it? Yes, he does! My, oh my, what a finish to heat race number 3. Wow! We'll go back and look at the heat results for that heat. That's the grid. I meant the heat results for heat race number 3. Vinny Sanson brings home the win. Trevor Royer steals it out of turn 4. Miles Jansen Jr. in the 35 brings it home in third with James Tiernan and Craig Shearman. Gonna have to come through our have to run B main. So 3 cars out of each heat race will give us 6 cars for our B main. Remember, everybody's gonna make it, so no big deal. We'll look at our grid real quickly here, as Isaac Soros in the 1 car will lead them to the green, with Darren Anderson in the 95, Machine Kachow bringing it home in, starting it out in second. James Tiernan in the 98 and Chase Hodge in the 55 round out row number 2, with Wade Fields and Craig Shearman in the 71 and 72 machines. The brother numbers will be starting 5th and 6th. Three car is going to line up here for our B main, it seems. We'll have a 3-car run. Let's see if this 3-car battle can keep up the greatness that we saw in heat race number 3. Actually, all the heat races, they were all extremely good. So let's see what else we can get. As we bring it out of turn 4, we're green here for heat race for the B main. Isaac Soros up on the high line. We'll get a few cars looking to pull out of the pits, it looks like, but we'll keep an eye out on the battle for a second. Actually, we'll just keep an eye on all the cars, because that seems where it is. 3 wide, just here for a short moment. But it is Isaac Soros right now who has your race lead up on the high line. Craig Shearman and James Tiernan. Second and third, Darren Anderson in 4th place. He is trying to find him on track. There he is, out of turn 2. Getting a little out of shape. We'll keep an eye on the battle for RP. Not sure why it shows Darren 6 laps down. But, so be it. It is Isaac Soros right now leading the way. Oh! Big crash there for Isaac Soros. We'll go yellow for that. That caught me off guard right there. I was surprised by that. Let's go back and see what happened there to Isaac. You can see him. This is out of turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. He gets the wall a little more, and up and over. Big crash there. He'll be able to bring it to the pits at least. And we'll go yellow for the first time here in our B main. Elite Performance Industries, the iRacing setups to driver development, schemes, and custom sim racing apparel. Elite Performance is iRacing's fast and grows home for setups and all things speed. Make sure to check them out at Elite Performance. Actually, sorry, at raceepi.com, where the league's own Wade Fields, the builder for these non-wing sprint cars. We're back green here for our B main. It is Craig Sherman who gets the lead. James Tiernan in second, with Darren Anderson in third. We'll let you enjoy some sights and sounds here for our 410 sprint cars for the final 3 laps. White flag is out here on our B main. Running the high line is Tiernan. What does James have for Craig? Nothing. Craig Sherman gonna bring it home and win our B main. James Tiernan brings it home in second. Darren Anderson in third. Isaac Soares, Chase Hodge, and Wade Fields fifth and sixth. We'll go to a quick warm-up session here where we're gonna throw it out to a quick word from one of our sponsors. We'll be back here with feature action. Shout out to Tim from Tim Sims for supporting the Dirt Racing Network. We are ready for our feature action on the night. The grid is going to look like this, starting on the pole. The number 52, your championship leader out of Pennsylvania, Ethan Nui. Going to bring them to the green with Caden Kvapel in the number 3 machine. In second, 2 fastest drivers in qualifying are the 2 drivers on the front row. Vinny Sanson in the 3 and Rylan Gray in the 4th, with Todd Brandt and Trevor Roy running out row number 3. Craig Silby and Deno Lindsay running out row number 4. Miles Jansen and Craig Shearman 9th and 10th. James Tiernan, Darren Anderson, Isaac Soares, Chase Hodge, and Wade Field round out our 15-car grid tonight. Want to say I had the luxury of attending Cedar Lake Speedway this September. Very cool to see the track in real life with the IRA All-Star Outlaw sprint cars, the 410 winged sprint cars. Very cool to see that. And actually, if we get a caution, might pull out another really cool video I have from Cedar Lake. Isaac Soares' crash reminds me of the one that happened just in turn 2, and actually we were there. We were watching the 360 sprint car feature. Car comes over the wall and hit the barrier right by us. Somewhat scary, to say at the very least, but thankfully any crash that happens here is not life-threatening as it is iRacing. And lights go off on the iRacing page truck. That means we are 1 lap to green. Ladies and gentlemen, here with the Dirt Racing Network and the Hoosier Open Wheel Series, we want to thank you for spending your Thursday night with us. We've got 13 cars. We've got 30 laps. We've got some intense, hard, great 410 non-wing action. Ethan Nui, Caden Kvapel on the front row. They're going to bring us to showtime here at Cedar Lake. Three-car pile up at the back of the pack will go yellow. Craig Sherman, Rylan Gray, and Darren Anderson all involved in this one. We'll go back and look what happened. This is going into 3 and 4, and we'll take a look at what happened out in 1 and And up high, Rylan Gray, unfortunately, gets a little bit burnt around. He was running in the 4th place spot at that time, it looked like. Goes into turns 1 and 2, gets a little sideways, and Sherman and Anderson nowhere to go. Gets into Trevor, and our first caution of the night comes out. Well, I want to show this video because it is very cool. This was the 4-wide salute out at Cedar Lake with the IRA 410s. And look at those awesome 410 wing sprint cars. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron Reitzel went on to win that feature. I think Ian Madsen finished 2nd and Jake Blackhurst 3rd, but do not quote me on that. I was not working that race. I don't know. But we'll focus on this race now. Pace truck gonna pull off Ethan Uwe once again, gonna have his chance at getting the lead. Keeping the lead out of turn 4. We're back green flag racing here at Cedar Lake. Oh, Vin! Who is that? That's Craig Silby going big over the wall. And that is gonna be a caution. Ooh, that is something I didn't catch. They stacked up at the back of the pack. Just a wee bit there. That's Miles Jansen. Let's go see if we can get the 35 view. Just goes over the wheel and gets into the wall. A few other cars going to get involved in it. And then Caden Kvapel is the other. Kvapel is the car that I saw. And he coming back to the green. Brings it out of turn 4. Goes into 1 and 2. Gets into the wall. Mounts it and just goes over. Amazingly, I think that car might actually be able to make it back out on track. No major damage for Caden. Let's see if he made it back out onto the track. Though, doesn't look like Caden Kvapel able to make it out onto our track. So, unfortunately for Caden, that's going to put him near the back. We're ready to go back green flag racing here. Ethan Uwe once again going to see if he can make it. Good start, 3 for 3 out of turn 4. We're back underway here at Cedar Lake. And Uwe going to get into the wall. That's going to allow Vinny Sanson on the pace truck. Now fully off the track. And Sanson going to slip on by and take that lead. Sanson down on the bottom. Does a good job. Let's see if Uwe has anything for the momentum down on the bottom. It doesn't look like he does. Uwe up top, trying to make it work. Sanson looking all the way up for a slider line in turns 3 and 4. Trevor Royer going to try and throw his hat into the ring. Ethan Uwe, I think, got a little bit of the wall. Trevor Royer looking down low now. Highline Hero in heat race number 3 now. The bottom feeder. We were trying to make it work, but just doesn't look like he has anything quite yet. Okay, but look here at the battle for our 3rd place spot, because here comes Craig Silby. Silby in the 7 machine looking low, trying to work his way around Trevor Royer. It doesn't look like he has anything. Ethan Uwe now looking low for our race lead out of turn 4. Sorry, 2 doesn't have it quite yet. They make their way into turns 3 and 4. Sanson going up to the top of the track. We'll see what they have for each other down the front straightaway. Sanson up high. He has that momentum. Uwe down low, using his speed. Up in the middle line, that is Trevor Royer. He gets a little pushed back. Some intense battling all around the track now, and a big battle for our 2nd place spot. We bet in and out. Gets it back going. 20 laps to go. 19 at the line. Royer. And just a wee bit of a different line. We've got 2 cars getting together. Caution flag flies. Todd Brandt has some damage. It's James Tiernan and Todd Brandt who were gotten involved in that accident. We'll go back and look at what happened to these 2 cars. So this is James Tiernan into turns 1 and 2. He's going to hit the wall, get a little bit upset, get it. Ooh. Todd Brandt just an unfortunate victim in that situation. If he gets in the law just a wee bit more, that'll be our third caution of the night. Well, I'll tell you who this helps out. This really helps out Trevor Royer, honestly, I want to say, because Royer was looking for his opportunity to pounce. And on the restart, Royer has looked strong. He's already made up 3 positions from his starting spot. But actually, all those cars have. Royer, Silby, and Lindsay all made up 3 positions. There's only 2 cars that are higher than them. Darren Anderson's made up 5, and Isaac Soros in the number 1 machine has made up 7 spots so far. We know Chase Hodds, Wade Field, King Voppel, and me, or Miles Jansen, seem to be the cars that are out. Actually, I think these cars might be on track. They are not. Fortunate for them. It is still Vinny Sanson, though, your leader. He's doing a good job at holding the race lead for a bit. So here we go, we'll take a look here at Vinny Sanson, your race leader, as he's going to like to go out on the race racetrack. He'll make his way up the track in turns 3 and 4. Holding it very late. We go back green flag racing here at Cedar Lake, and I think that was a very smart move for Vinny Sanson. Let the pace truck get a decent distance away. And here comes Craig Silby now, looking to the inside 3-car battle for the 2nd place spot. Down out of turns 3 and 4 they go. Royer gonna have it, and I said it. Royer was looking for his opportunity. He's taking it. Slide job from Trevor Royer, forcing Ethan Wee to take a look and hold back. Royer looking up high, doing a very good job. And out of turn 4. Ooh, it's close. We looked to throw a slider on Royer. Was not able to get it there. Down the back front straightaway they go. Does Uwe try it again? He does. Looks for the slider, not able to slide up all the way. Royer keeps that 2nd place spot. Sanson waving at them in the distance. He's trying to make a run away. And the gap is opening to our 2nd and 3rd place car. Looks like Royer, though, might just be a little bit better in turns 3 and 4. 1 and 2. He's able to close the gap just a wee bit to Vinny Sanson. Not quite. Royer up high. Ooh, Sanson had to slide up. Isaac Soros in the back getting involved in an incident. We will go yellow right, as Royer had gotten to the back of Sanson. We'll go back and look at what happened to the number 1 machine. Down the back straight. This is into turns 3 and 4. He's down low on the bottom. Tractor tires, spins around, hits the jump a little bit. He'll put himself sideways, and the caution comes out. Those tractor tires are killer. We broke a suspension. We broke our suspension on one of those tractor tires, unfortunately. Still Sanson, though, your leader, doing a very good job. Sanson and Royer, Ethan Wee, your top 3. Drivers who've done a very good job so far in this feature. They're ready to go back green flag racing. The pace truck and make his way off Sanson this time, starting them down low. Out of turn 4, we'll go back green flag racing here at Cedar Lake. Royer this time the one to throw the slider and block out Ethan Uwe as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. We got a car going very high. Darren Anderson, ooh. That green car, Todd Brandt, getting a little bit upset. We'll take a look back here at this battle. Let's actually take a look up here at Darren Anderson and Daniel Lindsay. Up on the high line is Anderson, trying to make his way around Lindsay. Doesn't look like he has anything quite yet. 10 laps to go next time by. Anderson looking up high. He might have that spot as they make their way into turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway they go. 10 laps to go. Anderson with the momentum. He's got the lead. Royer now, slowly but surely, closing in to Vinny Sanson. What does Trevor Royer have with 9 laps to go? Gotta say it, Vinny Sanson, you got company. Trevor Royer right to his rear end. He's been able to close that gap every lap. Doing a good job. Caution flag flies. Darren Anderson was ripping the high line. He brings out the yellow, and I got a feeling he got a little too high in turns 1 and 2. We'll go back and look at what happened to the number 95 Kachow machine. This is going into 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of contact there with Daniel Lindsay is what brings out our caution. So the caution flag will fly once again. We will have what looks to be an 8-lap shootout to the finish here between Vinny Sanson and Trevor Royer. Let's go off on the iRacing pace truck. It is Sanson, Royer, and Uy still your top 3. We've got 8 laps the distance left here in our feature here at Cedar Lake for round number 4 of the Hoosier Open Wheel Series. And out of turn 4, we're back green flag racing here at Cedar Lake. A great jump for Vinny Sanson. He's going to get miles away. Darren Anderson. Hey, Darren. He's got some big damage. He's going to sit around there. We'll keep an eye now on our top 3 cars. Sanson, Royer, and Uy still. Five laps to go that time by, and it's about a quarter of a second gap between Royer and Sanson. Royer looking to the high line. Ooh, a little bit wobbly off the corner. That time he loses about a tenth. Tenth is the word I'm thinking of. But that time he gains a bit. We'll say a bit. 3 laps to go. Royer planted to the high line now. What does Royer have? We're about to see single digits of gap here. Royer looking to the inside of Sanson. He doesn't have it quite yet. 2 to go. Does Royer go for broke? In the turns 3 and 4. Royer going to look low. Anderson going to look high. Sanson gets into the wall. Sorry, that is Vinny Sanson as the white flag comes out. Royer plants it up high. Rubs that tire. In down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. Royer going to look low. Sanson going to protect low. Out of turn 4. Vinny Sanson going to bring home the feature win. Trevor Royer brings it home in second. And Ethan Oy brings it home in third. What a race for your top 3 cars for your podium. Man, oh man, that was a race. We're gonna wait to see if any of our drivers want to have a chat. There. On the stream, they're more than welcome to come have a chat. So your second place driver and our first place driver showing up. So let's talk to our winner on tonight's feature action. Bring him into our booth. Vinny Sanson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man, you definitely put on a show up 2 positions tonight. Tell me about that feature.
Yeah, I mean, it's every race, there's so many things that can dictate where you're gonna finish and how you're gonna end up. And all my cards played out perfectly to get those spots early. I was able to make use of lanes early before they got all got too used up there at the end, and I can hear them, and it's then I finally saw him at the end. So I just went to defense mode, trying to protect the last few laps there, but yeah, timing and everything, and just worked out.
Definitely made it an interesting feature. Did you kind of expect a little more of a challenge from Trevor, or were you kind of happy those cautions were coming out so you could get just a big enough jump to have to make Trevor wait a few laps to get up to you?
I didn't know if the cautions were helping or hurting me. I mean, I can hear him back there. Like I said, I didn't see him really until the end there, and I can kind of feel my cart and stuff going away. I wasn't as good as I was early in the race, so like I said, I was glad I was able to get those spots early like I did, and then the rest was just kind of playing defense. So yeah, whether cautions helped or hurt or not, I don't know. It just kind of gave me a mental reset to maybe break any momentum that they were getting on me.
It's definitely good to hear. Who do you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate your win tonight?
Just all the friends and family following me and watching the broadcast stuff that you guys put on there, and Wade and all the guys for putting these shows on and bringing in broadcasts like this to maybe help promote these USAC style cars.
Well, we thank you for your time tonight. Once again, congratulations on your feature win.
Thank you, sir.
That's Vinny Sanson, your feature winner on the night. We'll go and take a look here with our second place driver on the night, Trevor Royer. We'll bring him into the booth. Trevor, you got a copy?
Yep, Zach, I got you.
Well, what do you think you needed to bring home that win? Was it maybe one extra lap, 1-2, or were you maybe cursing those cautions coming out?
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 less cautions. I felt like I had a little more pace than Vinny, but hats off to him, man. He ran a good race. I was doing everything I could just to get back to his back bumper on those restarts. I felt like my initial jump was okay, but through 1 and 2, he was just getting a better run through the low speed than I was, and then I'd have to a couple of laps for me to catch up, and I got back to him and tried to roll the bottom there at the end, and there was nothing down there. So congrats to Vinny on the win. He deserves it.
We have been keeping the momentum up, doing a good job. Currently second place in the standings. Actually, no, that's my mistake. But you're still doing a very good job. How awesome has it been to keep up the momentum so far? And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's just a consistency game. I know Rylan had a rough night. Ethan still had a good night, so he's pretty much the guy got to beat right now. Yeah, just being consistent. There's a couple half miles coming up on the schedule that I feel like I'm a little better on the half miles than the small bull rings. So looking forward to them, and just looking forward to the rest of the season.
Who do you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate your second place finish?
Sure. My team, Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Designs, Wade for putting this league on. Hoosier non-wing league is one of my favorite leagues to run every week. Always look forward to running this league. And you, Zach, for broadcasting Dirt Racing Network, and Roger for making this happen so I can go back and see what I could do better, or Just see if that was maybe something on my end that I could have done different, or if that's just how it was going to be. But yeah, also everybody watching, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, and that's about it, Zach.
Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you.
That was Trevor Royer, your second place finisher on the night. I always seem to get Trevor and Rylan mixed up. We'll bring in our third place finisher on the night, Ethan Uy. Ethan, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Should ask that before I ask the questions, actually. Trevor Royer, that last interview, said you kind of had a good night, but I want to know from your perspective if you think that was a good night. You know, you started on the pole, you fell back a few spots. Are you kind of okay with still finishing on the podium, or you kind of bummed that you weren't able to keep up your spots?
Got pretty lucky the beginning of the night. I just couldn't figure out the top. I was praying the bottom would come in, but it never did. One of the restarts, the pace car kind of got in my way a little bit, which let Vinny by. And no, I just tried to hang on to it for a podium. I wasn't going to throw it away to try to go for the win. So.
Well, currently the leader in the points. What do you think you need to keep up this momentum so far for the rest of the season?
Just being consistent, get more podiums, hopefully a few more wins, and I think we'll be set for that.
Who do you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate your third place finish tonight?
M9 Performance, 129, Trent Pullman Designs, all the guys at M9 and 129. You guys for broadcasting, and Wade for putting this together.
Congratulations on your third place finish, and have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
That was Ethan Uy, your third place finisher on the night. We'll round out and take a look at our gray final results here. The results will look like this. Vinny Sanson once again gets the feature win. Talk to him. Trevor Royer brings it home in second, with Ethan Uy bringing it home in third. Daniel Lindsay in the number 12 has a good night. He finishes home in fourth. Todd Brandt in the number 45 brings it home in fifth. Daniel Lindsay is in the 12, machine my mistake. Rylan Gray has a okay night. He brings it home in sixth. James Tiernan and Craig Shearman bringing it home seventh and eighth. Ninth goes to Craig Sobey. 10th, Darren Anderson. And Isaac Soros, Miles Jensen Jr., Caden Vapo, Chase Hodge, and Wade Field round out your 15 cars. Once again, off next week here with the Hoosier Open Wheel Series for Thanksgiving. We hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. We'll pick back up out at Lernerville December 1st, so 2 weeks time from now. Can't wait for some good old Pennsylvania racing. I want to remind you, Roger Wagner is live with the Netcode Esports Midget Series, their season finale. Go take a look over at Roger's stream. I want to remind you to keep an eye out on the Dirt Racing Network. We've got a few more series coming up this week that you can keep your eyes on. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. For myself, Zach Greer, Roger Wagner, and Demex Santina, and everybody else here at the Dirt Racing Network, we want to thank Elite Performance Industries and Indy Race Parts once again for supporting this series. And I want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe anything you see with the Dirt Racing Network. We'll make sure that you keep up some good racing for the rest of the season, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.